This week is one of the first big weeks that a lot of people are going to start doing their holiday shopping, so I thought I would do a 2022 edition of the holiday gift guides that I did last year. Now, a lot of the items in the gift guides from last year still work this year, and they usually fall within the same price bracket, so if you would like to go ahead and check out those older videos, I will leave a link to the playlist down in the description, which is also going to be updated with these new ones as well. I'm also releasing all the videos at once for patrons and YouTube members who have early access to videos, so if you would like to see them all as early as possible, feel free to support me either on Patreon or as a YouTube member. With all of my gift guide videos, there will be links to the items I talk about down in the description below. They are affiliate links, so if you do use them, they really do help out the channel, and I very much appreciate it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start talking about our first price category today, which is the under $25 price bracket. This price bracket is perfect for those inexpensive Secret Santas that you may do at the office, but they're also great for stocking stuffers as well. Now, the first item on this list is going to be a Bluetooth speaker. Anker is one of the most reputable that has a speaker regular price under $25, but JBL also has a speaker that is on sale right now for $24.99 that is a great option as well. These are really nice, small, portable Bluetooth speakers that can be given to anybody. They're great to travel with. They're great to just throw in your bag if you're going to go for a day hike or something. They're really good because they're so portable and they're very inexpensive. Now, the next item on our list is a small USB. I keep a small USB on my car keys so that I always have a USB on me no matter what it's needed, whether that's bringing movies to someone's house, copying files from somebody, giving them, an installation or something like that. It's just always really handy to have. It's so small that it's pretty insignificant on my keys, and I just find it to be something that's extremely helpful for me. So depending on the time of year that you go to buy these, you can usually get 100 gigs for under 25 bucks. But when they're on sale, you can actually end up getting a 256 gig SanDisk Ultra, which is the one that I use on my keys, and you can get that for 22 bucks, which is an incredible deal. I think it's something that everybody should have a USB. The amount of times where you ask someone like, hey, do you got a USB for this? They say no. I think it's just a no-brainer, and for 22 bucks for 256 gigs, it's kind of awesome. Now, next up on our list is something that I found extremely helpful for me once I started doing a lot more work from home, and with a lot of other people in the same situation, having this is a great idea. And the item I'm talking about is a aluminum laptop stand. What this allows you to do is it allows you to prop up your work laptop or even your personal laptop to a height that is a lot more comfortable for your eyes. It's a lot easier on your neck and your back. And it brings it up to the same level as your monitors so that you don't have to keep your laptop closed and off to the side. You can have it as an extra monitor, so you have an extra display. There's a ton of options for this, but this Besine one is a great option. It's under $25. It's full aluminum, and I think it's a great option for you. So talking about stands, another good thing to have a stand for is your phone, especially if it's something that you like keeping on your desk, if you like using your phone to watch recipe videos while you're cooking in your kitchen. A phone stand is a very inexpensive option to get, and having one that fully articulates really makes it as adjustable as possible, which I think is great. If you get one of these small portable phone stands as well, they're great to travel with. If you're going to be on a plane, you can use it to prop up your phone nicely on your tray. You can even get some that are designed specifically to be used on planes to hold your phone on the back of a seat so that you can comfortably watch whatever you're going to be watching on your phone. Now, speaking of phones, charging accessories under $25 are also a great item. You can get anything from a charging cable, 6 to 10 foot long charging cables can be a lifesaver for a lot of people. I highly suggest having at least one of those. Now, with gallium nitride chargers becoming a lot cheaper, the size of them is significantly smaller than a typical charger, and they deliver a lot more power. For example, Anker's Nano 3 is a 30-watt charger that is the size of the old Apple chargers, and it delivers 30 watts, which is fantastic. It's USB-C. You can use it with a wide variety of devices, and there's a lot of other chargers that fall into the same category. There are also tons of wireless chargers that you can get in this category, and wireless chargers are something that I really appreciate. I really like having one. I don't use them at my desk, but some people really like using them at their desk. My biggest use case for wireless charging is bedside. I really like using them because, one, they keep your phone propped upright so that it can be used as a clock. And two, it's just one of those things where I can just toss it on there, not worry about having to plug it in the middle of the night, and it's just one of those really nice, easy options. And the final power item is a power bank. Power banks continue to get cheaper and cheaper every year, and getting a power bank for your phone is a great option, again, if you do a lot of travel, if you do a lot of time away from power sources, if you spend a lot of time outdoors. Power banks are really awesome. I personally use mine the most when I go camping. They become an extremely important item to me when I'm camping because not only do they charge my phone, but they charge my mirrorless cameras, and anything else that I use, technology-wise while I'm camping because I don't have access to electricity. Now, next up on this list is actually something that a coworker showed me a little while ago, and it is a smart notebook. Now, what these smart notebooks do is it allows you to reuse a notebook. You're not creating a lot of waste by writing on a piece of paper and then not being able to reuse that. You basically write on a dry erase surface, and you can then use their app to scan whatever you write on that surface and upload it to whatever cloud service you want, whether that's Google, whether that's Dropbox, whether that's OneDrive, whatever you'd like. And it's really, really helpful for people who constantly like taking notes by hand, especially if they include drawings or diagrams or things that you can't really do really well in most note-taking apps. It makes life a lot easier, and for those people who really like the tactile stuff, it's an awesome option. Next up on the list is an inexpensive wireless keyboard that has an integrated trackpad. These are invaluable if you like using your laptop or a computer at a TV. They allow you to control both the mouse and the keyboard within one device. They're very inexpensive. They work really, really well. I honestly use them a lot when I'm building computers and testing them. It allows me to not have to pull out a whole wired keyboard to get things done. They're very convenient. They're very easy to use. I use them with my Raspberry Pis a lot as well, and they're just an awesome tool to have. Next up on the list is something to hang your headphones on, whether that is a hanger or a stand. Keeping your desk clutter-free and kind of easing up a little bit of that space is really nice, and taking care of your good headphones is always a good idea as well. Headphone hangers are really great at taking things that would normally be on your desk and taking them off and putting them in a space that would normally not be used. They're a great idea, and there's a lot of options out there for you, whether you want certain colors, you want something a little bit more sturdy, you want something with a cord wrap. There are a lot of options. Stands are also a really nice way if you want to present your headphones a little bit more and create more of an aesthetic on your desk. You can use either or option, but they are very good solutions. Now, if you have a tinkerer in your life that you're trying to get a gift for and they have a 3D printer, buying them a filament is a really fun and cool option that you could do for under 25 bucks. There are tons and tons of options out there, and whether you look on Amazon or you go to a local 3D printing store that has a lot of filaments there, getting them a filament that maybe they haven't used before, a new style, a new color. You can get cool silk ones, you can get matte filaments. There's a lot of options out there, and if you do go to a local store, they can really help you choose the best filament for the purpose that you think they'd be using it for. As someone who 3D prints a lot, you can never have too much filament, and having unique different filaments and having those options are also such a great thing to have. So, great gift option. Another great gift is an XL mouse pad. I can never go back to using a regular size mouse pad after going to an XL one. Having something that goes under not only my mouse but my keyboard has just changed the comfort level for me on my desk, and I highly suggest it for anybody. But you can also get a normal sized mouse pad for under 25 bucks. There are both options out there for you, and if you do want to get something for somebody, there are tons and tons of designs, different types of mouse pads, different colors, different prints, all these kinds of options. There's tons of them out there, and a mouse pad is just one of those things where after a while it's always good to replace them and get a fresh new one. A lot of people don't clean theirs very well. I'm not going to name anybody in particular, but he knows who he is. Mouse pads are just one of those things where they can just really improve the comfort and the performance of your mouse as well. So, great option. Next up is accent lighting. So you can get some really great strip LED kits or even bias lighting kits for your monitors or your TV for under $25. And I think that they not only help, really create a lot of character or personality within a space by adding a lot of color. For example, right here, But they also really help ease strain on your eyes, especially if you like sitting in the dark while using your computer or while watching TV. Having the bias lights behind that display really helps reduce the amount of strain on your eyes and just makes it a much more comfortable experience overall. And finally, also somewhat on the topic of lights, are smart plugs or smart bulbs. I am using smart plugs and bulbs more and more in my everyday life. I use smart plugs to control all of the lights that I use to record videos. I use them to control a fan. I use them to control my 3D printer so I can turn them on and off from wherever I want. Smart plugs are such an awesome tool that you could get really creative with in order to do things. Depending on the devices you want, you can get really creative with turning on your coffee maker in the morning. Stuff like that. You don't have to have smart items to make them smart. You can use a smart plug to, kind of solve that issue, and it's a really awesome tool. And smart bulbs are the same kind of thing. I really like having smart bulbs because it helps me. I don't have to use smart plug switches in the walls. They're a lot easier to replace. I can move them around. I can use them in lamps. Most of my smart bulbs are actually in lamps right now, and I find them to be super helpful. And those are all of my gift ideas under $25. I hope this video helped you. If it did, I'd really appreciate if you like, subscribed. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, or any other ideas for gifts under 25 bucks, feel free to leave those down in the comment section below. As always, big thanks to my Patreon sponsors, Thought Slime and Step Back, and thank you for watching the end of this video. Come back tomorrow where we're going to be doing the under $50 price tag, and then we're going to be following it up with under 100, under 200, and then over 200. If you want to see last year's gift guides, you can go ahead and check out this playlist right up here. And as always, stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow.